Okay, I'm going to send her another invite. Okay, we are back on. We are trying to get through with our interview. So I am Donna Taylor, your host with Hot Topics with Donna. Yes, it is a Saturday, so I am interviewing my guests that were supposed to interview on Thursday, but we're going to continue this interview. Thank you guys for joining. I'm just going to wait for her to accept my friend request, and we're going to continue this interview. So far, we have been talking about the loss of two of her children, and then she has said how God gave her two more in the death of the two children she lost before. And so it's amazing how God does things, and we don't know how he do them or why he do them, but we just know we need to just embrace whatever he does in our life. And sometimes we may not understand, but that's okay. But we can't ask him, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? What do I need to learn from this? So as soon as she comes back on, we're going to continue to find out more about her. And she resides in Chicago, Illinois, as we stated before. So like I said, I'm going to sit here and wait. Hope you guys have had an amazing day. I did some vending today. Thank you guys, whoever you are, just popped on. Thank you. I did some vending today. Hey, Tiffany. And it was amazing. So we're going to wait for Tarsha to come back on. She may be having technical difficulties. Thank you guys for joining Hot Topics with Donna. And like I said before, I played some of her clip before I posted it on Hot Topics on my Facebook page. But like I said, we were talking about her losing children, two children at that, but then how God gave her a set of twins and how she said they look just like the daughters that she lost. So we're going to wait to see if she's going to come back on. I hope she does, because we were supposed to interview on Thursday. But like I said, we had technical difficulties. So I'm going to wait and see if she's going to come back on. Like I said, she's out of Chicago, Illinois. Tiffany, I'll call you back. Sharon, thank you for joining. I'm glad you guys got a chance to come on my live. I don't usually do on Saturdays, but since she didn't get to do hers on Thursday, I wanted to give her the opportunity to come on. And on Monday, I will not have Hot Topics with Donna. I will do Tuesday and Wednesday Hot Topics with Donna. My daughter has a cheerleading banquet, so I will be at that on Monday. So no Hot Topics with Donna. We will come back on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I have some amazing guests. And God has just continued to just put people in my path that have amazing stories. So like I said, if you know someone that has a story or has a service that need to be out there, just inbox me and say, hey, I think this person, should be on your show. But like I said before, if I inbox them, please let them know that you told them about it before I go out there, and they probably get mad and ask me why I'm reaching out to them. So I'm gonna still wait to see if she's going to accept my friend request, and then we will get started. So I'm just waiting for her. She may have bad signals. You know how these phones go. So yeah, Sharon and Tiffany, if you're still on, how have you guys been doing? I miss seeing you, Sharon, at church. Tiffany, I miss seeing you. Haven't seen you in forever. But I hope you guys are doing good. Like I said, I did a vending event today in Pittsburgh, and it was very successful. I just thank God for just the networking piece, and sometimes God will just give you exactly what you need when you are unexpected in receiving what you need from Him. So thank you guys for joining. So I'm just gonna wait for her to see if she comes on, and like I said, if she doesn't, we're gonna continue to we're gonna continue the process of her interview until we get it right, because you know what, I don't quit, and I know she doesn't either. So we're just gonna wait, and like I said, if she doesn't come back on, we will schedule another day, and we're going to complete her interview. If you already shared some of it on Facebook, so we're going to just give her a few more minutes and see what's going on. Hi, Terry. Thank you for joining. But as I was saying, the vending event went very well. It was just amazing to see women coming together, empowering each other, supporting each other in love and just kindness and no jealousy. And it was just amazing. We had a great day, and people just came out and just, embraced us. And so we will be doing another one. And when it is concrete with the date, I will give it to you. But I received a blessing today. And like I said, God is so good. When you're walking and doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't never know where your blessing is going to come from. And so I always say, make sure you treat people how you want to be treated. Make sure you just walking the best you know how, because sometimes doing this Christian walk, we don't always get it right. But when we purposely, okay, I got it, hold on. But when we're purposely trying to walk and live for Christ the best way we know how, open doors for us that no man can close. So always just try to do right, and God will continue to bless you. Continue to just send what you need when you need it. So I am thankful she's back. Are you good?
Yes.
Because I just told them, I said, we're going to do this interview until we finish what we need to do.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Determined. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to tell you, when I started doing this, girl, people had to literally go outside to even get a connection and come back in. Yeah.
I know that's right.
He mad. He is mad. Satan always mad. And I was like, and I told him, we're going to keep doing this interview. I said, I'm going to stay on here till she come back on, but we will finish what we started. Because Amen. I said, I'm not a quitter. And I said, and I know she's not a quitter. So we're going to get this done. We're going to get it done. So I was asking you about the heart to serve. So how did you know you had, at a young age, that you had the heart to serve? And especially homeless people at that.
I didn't know at a real young age. I always been a giver. That's my oldest son right there. The one that's deaf. He's in the back. Time. Say hi. Say hi.
Is he on? Hi.
I didn't know until about 2.5 years ago. I had met this guy that it was just a spirit that connected me with him. He feeds the homeless every day. He said that was the mission that God gave him. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I want to give you potato salad. He was like, oh, okay. And he's a chef, so chefs are funny when you talk about giving them some food when they feed, And I'm like, wait a minute now.
Exactly.
I'm just doing what the Lord want me to do.
Right.
And I gave it to him, and I ain't hear from him in a few days. And then he texted me. He was like, you know what? I don't too much care for the potato salad. And I'm like, and then when I called him, he was like, girl, I'm just playing. That potato salad is the bomb. I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, man, look, I need that every week. He wanted every day. But I gave it to him once a week.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute now. So I gave it to him every week for 2 years. And then I met another young man.
What's different about your potato salad? Like, is it a family recipe, or is just God just gave you that kick that you can put your feet in it and do?
I'm serious. Like, I don't do nothing no different than what people use. Ain't no secret or nothing like that. It just, when God got it, it's always gonna be different, right?
Yes. So, yes.
And it's good enough to where it was going in grocery stores in Chicago.
Yeah, I saw that. So are you still making it for the stores?
Right now the pandemic hit, so you can't come in. and do no demos or anything like that. So
Okay.
God had me on something bigger. So I got a catering. So I only do half pans and full pans. That's it. So God got
Wow.
me doing bigger things.
And so, do you cater for events and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
I cater for events, parties, depending on what people need. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I do more soul food. I do more soul food. I actually still like the part of, I gave out more food than I served. I mean, sold though. I
Wow.
really have.
But you probably
So
still you probably didn't lack, and God still probably provided.
yeah, I wasn't even like I just it's just your intentions. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about with the Lord. People think it's
Yeah.
just the heart. It's the intentions.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? And like I
Yeah.
say, it ain't about being perfect or being religion. It don't
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to do with none of that. It's just what's in you is what's in you.
You're
He
right.
give us any day you able to wake up. That's a blessing. That's the biggest blessing you can have.
Yes, it is. And we can choose how we're going to make it purposeful.
Yeah, and that
You
be the
know?
whole thing. And when people gotta understand something, when you plant something, certain plants only come in seasons, right?
Yes.
They
Yes.
grow at a certain time. You do all the
No.
watering, and then they're gonna it start growing, right? So that's just where
Exactly.
God say plant seeds.
And that's what you did.
Yeah, you reap your
You
harvest. But
planted
my
seeds.
intentions was not even thinking about, oh, well, God gonna bless me. I was just doing it because it was
Exactly.
genuine. That's me.
Exactly. Exactly.
You
Exactly.
can't
And
be
so
looking
you
for
have
everything.
right, and you also have a t-shirt business.
Yeah, I have a t-shirt. I have two t-shirts I do inspirational sayings. My t-shirts at one of the biggest churches in Chicago, Bishop Brazier. It says
Mm-hmm.
in every lesson there's a blessing, and God got his hands in everything.
And so those were meaningful to you. How did you come up with those two that because both of them are so powerful. So how did you come up with those? And because it for me when I was reading that, I said it had to resonate with her somewhere.
I was just talking to a friend on the phone, and my saying was, in every lesson there's a blessing.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I think I could put that on a shirt. He was like, man, I think so too, because it sounds so good. And I was like, look at God. So I ended up putting it on a shirt. I'm not even a member at the church.
Wow.
I just came that day. I was actually visiting the church. I'm familiar with the church,
Mm-hmm.
but I was
Mm-hmm.
just visiting it with one of my girlfriends, and I was like, they got a bookstore. Let me go over here. And I showed them a video of my church, and my church was in there 2 days later.
Wow.
So
And you still producing for them as well to the shirts,
yeah,
or has that stopped since the pandemic?
yeah. A lot of things slowed down, but everything have a reason for everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And
And I
that's
think
fine.
the pandemic slowed us down to let us know he is still in control.
Yeah, yeah. In many ways, right? In
Yeah.
many ways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so um your book it's in sign language too, right?
Yes.
So when you wrote this book in sign language, do you have English words as well? You
Yeah.
know how some do like some, like English, do you have it in there as well?
Okay. So
Wow. And
the
so they
coloring book.
can do the braille. I see that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the coloring book. Oh, that light hit so good on it. The Lord is good. I have people that so I have people that you don't really hear about, like Hannah, Elizabeth,
Hmm.
Luke. I got Luke
Hmm.
in there. So this is how it look on the inside.
Wow.
And this the book right here. Yes. Yeah. So when I do my other books, yeah, when I do my other books, I'm gonna have my baby boy. He's an artist himself. I'm gonna have him to draw my pictures, but see this how it looks. It gives the story of everybody that's in the
Oh,
colored group.
wow. And wow. And so people can actually feel like, you know how you do Braille. Is that how it is? The
No,
the
it's not
book,
the
the
same as
coloring
Braille
book,
because
like the book.
you got to feel it. No, it's more like
Right.
So I gave them basic signing, so you can practice. Because once you learn the
Okay.
ABCs, then you can basically finger sign now. You can say other words and just spell
Right.
it out. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say that would be THE. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
mom, you do
Mm-hmm.
MOM. Teaching you the basics so you can still
Yeah.
communicate with the deaf.
Right.
So yeah.
And my daughter, she knows how to sign. She know how to sign too, you know. And
Oh,
when she was little in school, you know, they didn't really want us to do a lot of sign language because they knew her language was going to come. But for her, she liked sign language because she knew we didn't, you know, understand what she was doing. So, but she does like signs.
okay.
She still likes signs, you know. So she had,
Oh,
it
okay.
was to her advantage because I didn't know how to sign. So, you know, when we tell her to sign something, she, you know, was able to do it. And so when you talk about your nonprofit, have you already been in the works, you know, with everything trying to birth it and bring it together?
Yeah, I'm just actually waiting on my paperwork and stuff to be finalized, and then I'd be ready to move on it. It's All Languages Speak is the name of it.
Wow. And how did you come up with that name?
I was in school because I used to have I used to have a day spa. I do hair and makeup. So
Your makeup on point. I was looking at your eyebrows.
okay, okay, you
I
could
was
have
like,
said something, baby. You could have said something.
I was like, your face on fleek. I was like, yes.
Well,
I,
thank you.
I like makeup, but I'm not that talented to do that. Like, seriously.
It takes
Maybe
some
you have to
time.
send me a tutorial to help me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I was just in class with one of my girlfriends, and I was working on like what would I name the youth, and she was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
you got the deaf, the hearing. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, they all can communicate, whether you deaf or hearing or blind. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
still
my
some type
sister
of form
said
of
you are
communication.
amazing. Yeah,
Huh?
My sister on here, Robin,
Oh,
said you are amazing.
well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, well, all languages speak because
Yeah.
everybody can, and communication in some type of form. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's when I came up with all languages speak.
So will you charge the members? Because will it be just they can come as you know you are, or will it be like a
I would just,
membership type?
yeah, membership would probably be just a one-time fee,
Okay, okay.
and huh?
So
Yeah, it
you
would
would
be a
just
one-time
charge them.
fee, and then the children's,
Okay.
yeah, just
So
a one-time
will
fee,
you
and
have a
then
staff for
they would
this,
have,
or would you have a staff for this?
yeah,
Okay.
yes, it would be like it, because when I was growing up, we had, because I'm from the west side of Chicago, but I come from the projects,
Okay.
so um, it's a difference. We had
Mm-hmm.
YMCA's, Boys and Girls Clubs. We had all
Mm-hmm.
them things growing up. So if you was in the
Yeah.
streets, it's because you choose to be in the streets.
Yeah.
These kids,
Exactly.
these children
Exactly.
nowadays are forced to be in the streets because they don't really have
Mm-hmm.
nowhere to go. I got 5 children, all of them. I'm grateful that they took after me on a lot of things, as far as being athletic. My baby boy just told me day before yesterday. He said, "Mom, I want to be in the choir." I said, "Baby, I'm gonna put you in that choir. I'm gonna put you in the band. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't never heard you sing, but I'm gonna put you in that choir."
That's
So
right. That's right.
I mean, I'm like, I was looking like, okay, God is good. He always working. When we sleeping, he's still working.
He's still
So
working.
I'm
You're
like,
right. You're right.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
so you're gonna
okay.
put him in the choir.
So all like my children's been exposed to a lot of things. So and just me growing up being exposed to like different activities because you never know what's in your children's. Cause you be like,
Exactly.
you've been talented like that all this time. I never knew because we don't expose
Mhm.
them to a lot of things. And
Mhm.
nowadays, with
Mhm.
all this chaos going on, a lot of parents are giving up on their children because they are
Yes.
different. The generation is totally
Yes.
different. The disrespect
It is.
is totally different. Like they don't have a care in the
And
world. So
no, no.
I just feel like me opening up youth centers in different states is not just to give them another way, at least a
Mhm.
choice. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because they don't
Because
have
it's
that
so
now.
important that, like with your children, and and I did it with mine.
Yeah,
You have to expose their mind, because if you don't expose their mind to say, only because you may come from the project should never be your end thinking like, okay, my mama lived in projects, my grandma, now I'm just going to live here. But we have to teach them that this is where we started, but you should want to go further. It's more than just living in the projects, but if we don't expose their mind, they won't know different and they won't
yeah.
do different.
I think that you the biggest example that it is, right?
Yes,
So
right,
when I stayed in the project, my kids didn't even exist. My
right.
baby boy, well, my oldest son, he was born, but he probably 2 years old. But when you always been different, that you always wanted
Mm-hmm.
more, and
Yes.
you had God with you. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I always knew in seventh grade. So I wanted to be a lawyer growing up,
Right.
and then I found out I can't lie like one. So I'm like, so seventh grade, I'm like, nah, I don't want to be a lawyer no more. I don't want to be a lawyer. I said I want to work for myself. I didn't know what. I
Right.
have been doing hair all my life. That's something
Mm-hmm.
I have been doing all my life, and that's why
Right.
God blessed me with a day spa. Eventually. But you get to that place where I teach my children like ain't nobody. Kids gonna be kids. At the end of the day, they gonna
Yeah.
do things that's gonna disappoint you. You be look. Sometimes your children be
Yes.
do some stuff. You be like, Lord, now I done taught you better than that, because it's not
Exactly.
enough leaders.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
When you under that following act, is different.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say about the social media and all this stuff. You following what they doing. That's why they call followers.
Exactly. Exactly.
You
So, how
know.
much time do
So
you
I
allow
want to
your
give the
children?
children more.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I said, how much time do you allow
I
your
didn't hear
children
you.
to be on? I said, how much time do you allow them to be on social media?
I give them. I don't. I mean, I don't really worry about them because they are in activities. They doing things,
Mm-hmm.
and they really not doing too. We know how the little kids, they want to do the TikTok dance. So I don't see no harm in that. You know,
Right. Right.
I don't see no harm in that when your children is doing other stuff, and then I have other people that's on that, because I'm just getting social media back out of years, right? As I use mine
Right.
just for business. But I got people be like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you need to go on his page, or you need to go on this and that. Oh, okay, okay. You got people watching because they don't be knowing who they
Right.
be
Right.
friending. They be watching, so you know what I mean. So you know not to do too much because you know how mom is, because it's written. It says spell the rise for the
Exactly.
child.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So we don't play that over here. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, I
So
just I just want to
you,
give the kids more things to do, like take them on field trips, basketball, football, have like different coaches to come out and speak to the children. Just
yeah,
just
yeah.
art, just different things to where they be like, you know
So
what, I do like this.
right, but so will you have? How do I want to word it? Some people don't know how to deal with kids with disability. Would that be very important to you when you staff that they have a heart and a love for kids with disability, or just for kids, period. Because like you said, just like some people are teaching and they shouldn't be teaching. So will you be diligent in picking the staff to make this a success?
Well, okay. So for me, it's not about no money. That's why it's called My Youth. I mean, it's a
Right,
nonprofit, right? So, and
right,
I have a
right,
child that's deaf, hard of
right,
hearing.
right.
I know how it feels. Well, not per se, but I know how it feels
Yeah,
because that's my child. I feel what he feels.
exactly.
So of course I
Hmm.
would have a staff that's more patient, that really
Right,
may have
right.
a background in that,
Yes,
just
yes,
versus
that's
anybody
awesome.
just to cover. That don't make sense.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
no, we ain't doing all that over here.
Right, right. Yeah,
No.
because like I said, because sometimes people just assume, because when we do these nonprofit, we just want to be out here, but sometimes we just have to be diligent. Even with me, with my nonprofit, I am diligent about who I let pour into my girls, because everybody's not meant to pour in them, because parents are entrusting me with them,
Right,
just like
right.
I entrust my daughter at school. So it's very important, that's why I asked you the question, because for me, it's very important who I allow to pour into my young ladies, because like I said, everybody ain't meant to pour into them. They may start
Okay,
pouring
so
something different than you. Go ahead.
right. So for me to write a biblical children's book, right, it had nothing to do with me. It's all God doing. Because I never seen
Hmm.
myself write no children's book. For me to
Right.
have the Lord in it, it's like you just the discipline got to be there. Just period.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm believing, like you just said in the beginning, you treat people how you want to be treated.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's it. That's all. I want
That's
the
it.
child to be able to come back. I don't want the child. Now, sometimes you get children like, I don't want to go back. You be like, why? Because she was mean. What you mean by she was mean? Because it may just been the rules and the discipline that you didn't like. It has nothing to do
Exactly.
with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got it. You know. So that it could be that, but as time go on, they'll eventually just grow into it. You know.
And so I know you and I talked a little bit about being pushed out, being pushed out of our comfort zone
Mm.
and walking into what God has called you to do. And so tell me how, because I know right now this is probably out of your comfort zone, but you out of your box and you're doing amazing. Because like I told you, this out of my box, but you know what? I so enjoy it because I have a heart for people. And
Mm-hmm.
and every time a guest come on, I'm so thankful, because I know if I get nervous before I come on here.
Okay.
I do, but I always ask God just to settle me and just let me do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Amen.
So for you, we talked briefly because I was like, okay, I don't want to hear her whole, but tell us how you're feeling
Right.
being pushed out of your comfort zone. When God pushed you out, how do you feel? Because man can push us out because it'll be for his glory, for man, but when God pushes you out, it's a difference. So how are you being pushed out of
Um.
your comfort?
Well, for me, it's more like I'm embracing. Like he don't want me behind the scenes no more. I'm used to being
Right,
like, I don't want nobody to see me. Let me just do what I do, but you ain't got to see me.
right.
And I did that for many years though. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know intentionally, and that's something that nobody knew about me really. To
Mm-hmm.
be honest, nobody knew that I had a thing of speaking in front of a lot of people or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. Didn't nobody know that. So when I went to me and my children, when I went to Atlanta, I took them with me because I said on this journey, my children's going to see what's being taken place. So if they see somebody homeless, they wouldn't laugh at them. They may want to give them some
Right,
potato
right,
salad.
right.
May ask me to make up some potato salad
Yeah,
or something, you know. And they have,
right, right.
they've been with me while I do these things. Or if they see somebody that's disabled or can't hear, they're not going to make fun of them.
That's amazing.
I'm just saying they not because you
Yeah,
teach it,
yeah.
certain things you just don't, like you just can't do. And
Yes. Yes.
when I went to Atlanta, I didn't know what speech I was going to give. She was like, well, you got to give a speech. I'm like, who? Oh, baby, this is where the road ends. Who giving a speech? But I was being obedient. I be talking stuff, but my walk is different. So
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, okay. I'm like, I'll be there. Okay. So she was like, what day? I'm like, give me a Saturday. So we made it. The event was on March the 26th. So I ended up taking my girls to spend their birthday in Atlanta because their birthday is March
Right.
25th. So
Right.
we had a good time. And I was like, Lord, what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna, I don't know. You got to give a story behind this. I was just
Right.
doing what God asked me to do, because I didn't
Right.
even know that you had to do any speaking when you write a book. I didn't know that. I was like, now see, God got a sense of humor, because He knew if
Yeah,
I
he
would have
does.
knew that, I wouldn't have wrote this
You
book.
wouldn't wrong.
He got it,
Exactly.
and then
Exactly.
He did it so fast because my book August would be a year.
Wow.
I said, you know what? Okay, okay. So I end up, I was talking to my girlfriend that morning. It was probably like 6 in the morning, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. She was like, you gonna be okay, spirit, just giving words and
Hmm.
encouragement. I'm like, and as we got to talking, it started coming to me. I said, wait, hold on.
Hmm.
I've been dealing with death all my life. I
Hmm.
got a cousin on my daddy's side that's deaf. I remember her. I was like in
Right.
first grade, and my mama used to babysit her daughter for her while she go to
Mhm.
work. But my little cousin used to sign language for her mama, cause she couldn't she didn't know how to read lips.
Right. Right.
But I didn't never ask my mama like what's wrong with her nothing. I used to love being around my cousin. I didn't know,
Right.
like,
Right.
I just look at it like that's family.
Right. Right.
And I got to eighth grade. I had a class for deaf. No, I was in seventh grade. I had they teach you basic sign language. I didn't know
Right.
God
Right.
was preparing me for my firstborn.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. So
And then after it comes, it's like it all comes back like a flood in your mind, and you say, "This is why." Even at
yeah,
that early age, he was building a foundation because he already knew what he was going to give, what he was going to allow you to birth, but he wanted to prepare you first.
yeah. So it wouldn't be like, oh my God, or I can't do this. It can bring that in people.
Yeah, yeah,
It can. It would,
yeah.
it would discourage you. It's a hurtful feeling. You be like,
Hmm.
my baby can't talk, my baby can't, you know what I mean? But I have always been like, okay, he can't hear, that's it. Like, okay, you know God is still good. I'm not gonna treat him no
Yes,
different,
yes.
but other people treat him different because he didn't learn how to soften him up because he deaf. So they be like, oh, I'm
Hmm.
like, ain't nothing wrong
Yeah,
with his
yeah.
his comprehension, baby. Ain't nothing. He's just deaf. Don't let that fool you.
Exactly,
Ain't nothing
exactly.
wrong with his mind. But for the most part, my children, they get along. They don't be like, they have asked me when they was little, like why he like, how that happened or why he liked that. But I tell them,
Right.
I'm just born that way. People can be born certain ways, and you just never
Yes.
get it. But other than that, they okay. So like if some of his associates be around or something like that, and they deaf too, they don't be like, they be talking right along with them
Right, right.
and be
Yeah.
chilling.
They don't make no difference
No,
how they are. And that's how, when I was doing preschool, that was the beauty of it because we had 1 year a little boy that had a cochlear.
oh,
And
okay,
it's amazing to see how the girls would be almost like the mothers, and they would just take him under, and these 3 and 4 year olds, they would take him under his wing. And we was like, he can do things for himself, but
right.
they wanted to make sure that his needs were met, even if it means they were handicapping him because they wanted to do everything for him. And we had to explain to him, he can do these things. This is just to help him here, but he still know how to play just like you. And they were just thinking that he couldn't, but just to see 3 and 4 year olds embrace people that was different.
Mm-hmm.
because you have grown-ups that don't embrace people that's different. But to see these little ones say, I know he is different, but I don't know what it is, because they don't understand. They know he got this thing up here and it's not who we are, and we don't see that, but we taught them this is what it is. This is his special thing that helps him here so he can play with you guys.
And yeah.
But when we explain to kids, they get it. It's just when the adults, have their own backlash that our kids are messed up. Because, like my daughter, like I said, her language, is still developing or whatever. And when she was little, I used to always say, what's going to happen today when somebody mistreats her? And when she became a cheerleader, and I was like, no, no, she don't need to be a cheerleader, because I wanted to protect her. I wanted to protect her from being ridiculed, and then her dad said, you can't keep holding on to her. You have to let her spread her wings. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. And
I mean,
she's
how
touched people's lives.
how old are you? How old is she?
She's 14.
Oh, okay. So, I know that feeling too when you want to stay holding on and try
Mm-hmm.
to protect them from the world. And because we was on the bus one day, me and my son. I was teaching him about the bus, so he can know how to
Mm-hmm.
get on the bus and go here and there. And we was on the bus, and,
Right.
and some of the children from the school, they was on the bus, but he was on his phone because he do a lot of FaceTiming,
Right.
and they was whispering to each other, but I knew what they was talking about. You ain't got to say that to
Right.
her. And they was talking about him because they were like, "Oh, he's deaf," and one of the girls got to laugh, and I say, "I know your mama didn't raise you like that. I hope she didn't, because you go there, you'll go there, like,
You will.
and it's important to
You
you.
will. You will.
Like, hold
You
on
see
a
what
minute,
my
you ain't talking
girlfriend,
to my baby.
yeah,
You'll
and
go
my
there because
girlfriend,
that's not
yeah,
gonna
she put,
even.
yeah, you can't. And that's the thing, because when they start messing with yours, it may make something come out of you that you don't want to come
God's still
out.
working on
So
me now. God's still working on me. He's still working
I
on me now.
know. I know my girlfriend just put, Cameron always tell her she gonna call the police on her. Every time she comes around, I don't know why she tell her that. She be like, I'm gonna call the police on you. And she'll be like, why? She's talking about, I'm gonna call the police. But she just have her own sense of humor. Like today, we was at the event. She don't be outside. She complained the whole time. It's hot. I said, well,
Right,
maybe I need to start taking you outside more, because she won't be on
right,
that phone.
right. Oh
She
yeah, they
won't be on
definitely.
that phone. She don't want to be outside.
Oh yeah,
So
they
what
definitely. Oh.
so what journey do you want God to take you on in your season of allowing him to pull you out of the background scene?
Well, I can say this: he pulling me out right now after me doing my speech at in Atlanta. I mean, it was like, wow, I did that, and I've been meeting great people ever since. So he got me like on your show and a couple of more people. I do another show Monday, one of my girlfriends,
That's
and then
awesome. That's
then
awesome.
one of the guys, his name DJ Sean. He's out of
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina. You familiar with him?
Okay. What part
So
of North Carolina?
I'm gonna send you the flyer.
Okay,
But
okay.
one of my girlfriends just introduced me to him probably about a week and a
Mm-hmm.
half ago, maybe so. So he
Mm-hmm.
told me last night, he say, do you got a what do you say, a headshot? I say, yeah, let me send you one. So I sent him a picture. He done put a whole flyer together that I'm gonna be on his show once a week on Wednesdays,
That is
giving
amazing.
um and his show number one. So giving like
That's
positive food
awesome.
wise, like things that nutritions and what's good for you, what's not. I say,
Right, right.
so you just gonna do it like that though, right? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna just do it. I say, okay, God using you. I see he using you.
But don't you find it amazing when you have discernment and God will show you quickly, don't you dare. And that's the beauty of it, because I tell people, if we don't have our spiritual eyes open, Satan can come and just derail us and we won't even know, when
Yeah.
we don't prepare ourselves, or just always just say, Lord, make sure I'm in right standings. And you have to be in right standings with him, because sometimes we can get into self, but everything I try to do, I try to make sure it's pleasing to God. And I'd be like, do you want me to do this? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah,
Because
I
a lot of
think
times we can get into self and we be like, oh yeah, this is good, we should be doing this. No, you can do it for a while, but then if it's not of God, it ain't gonna last.
and that's the whole thing. I think you get to the place where when you got the discernment and you know when people are good people. That's like me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what? Like after yesterday, I ain't gonna even go on her show today because you know what? I couldn't get through yesterday, so I ain't gonna bother.
Right,
That's me talking now.
right, right,
But
right.
when it's good spirit and it's all for the good, why wouldn't you do
Yes,
it?
yes,
You
yes.
get 'em? It's a different feeling,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
and
can
then when
know.
we talk, you can
Right.
tell when you talk. It's like we just connected, because I hope one day we can actually meet, because I am a
Oh
people
yeah,
person. I love people. I love real people.
I know that's right.
Real.
Yeah,
What you see with me is what you get. I don't
I know that's
try to
right.
change because I'm with this group of people.
Right.
Hey, take it or leave it.
And that's why I say a lot, because by me now I'm gonna be speaking a lot. I let people know I'm not religion. I'm spiritual. It's a difference. I'm not all
Mm-hmm,
that thou
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
holy. It's not about that. Because people think when you talk about God a lot, oh, you got to be perfect. It's no such thing. That's
No.
why he forgive you for your
Mm-mm.
sins. Because he know that's the point of
Every day.
Jesus dying for our sins. Because he knew that we
Exactly,
nobody gonna be
exactly,
perfect. So it's not even
exactly.
about that. It's not about that. But that's just unlike-minded people that think like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not even
Yes,
about that. It's
yes,
about really us learning how to come together and help one another. That's
yes.
the only way we're gonna really get far in life. You got to
Yeah,
help one
yeah,
another.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what? And
You
I say
know?
God send who He needs to send, and it may be just for a short period of time, just for you to pour into them. And when it's your time to check out, He just removes you. And I mean, and some people are like, well, why? That's just how He works, because sometimes everybody's not meant to continue on your journey.
Oh
You
yeah,
just may
and
be in this person's life just for a moment. Just it can be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. But whenever your assignment is done, you will
and I
always have a relationship with them, but you won't be connected directly
right,
to them anymore.
and I think that's just a part of really getting the mature part of you, like just understanding that I done met people for 5 minutes
Yeah,
and they gave a message and that was that.
yeah.
Everybody is not going to go on the journey with you, and then we just talking about this
No.
earlier. Like everybody is not, and it's not. See, people think because you don't deal with people no more, oh, you can't hold on to that hate. You can't have hate and be blessed, baby.
You cannot. You cannot.
You
No.
cannot
You
be
cannot.
jealous
Mm-mm.
and be blessed, baby. Now I'm not
Mhm.
judging. I'm just giving facts.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
can't have all them things inside because you have to forgive people because God forgives us.
All the time, every day.
Even if they do something that you may not like, you have a choice to deal with them or don't deal with them. You have to choose.
Exactly.
If you that's
Exactly.
just what it is. You move right along. You leave. Everybody ain't meant to go, and that's just what it
Mm-mm.
is.
Mm-mm.
That's just what
No,
it
and
is.
today, we did a vending event, and me and my best friend Robin, she's on here, and she went with me because, like I said, I'm in a new transition of my life as well, because my husband was my number one supporter besides my girlfriends. But I'm saying when I needed to go somewhere, all I had to do is get my stuff together, and it was already done because he made sure everything was set up. All I had to do was sit back, he set it up, and I just did what I needed to do. And so now for me, this is a different transition because now when I do vending events, I have to do it, you know.
And
And so I learned how to make sure I'm straight because, if you got a whole bunch of stuff, if you got a mate, you just know they just gonna put it up. But now that I have to do it, I had to be diligent about what I was going to take so it wouldn't be overwhelming. And then, my best friend, she came and helped me. And so we just got it done. And so it was a lady that came, very beautiful lady, 62. And so her and I was just talking, and she was, talking about her paparazzi that she's do. But she also was saying how she wanted to be doing health and nutrition. And God allowed me just to minister to her and just encourage her. And she said, I really needed that because nobody put it to her like that. And I told her, she was African American. And she was like, because we're killing ourselves eating all this unhealthy stuff. But I
Mm-hmm.
said, when you present it in love, then people are going to receive it. And I said, and some may not. But I said, as long as you're presenting it in love and God knows that's what you're doing, you done did your part. And that's why we always have to
Yep.
be so diligent about how we carry ourselves, how we speak to other people, because people watch us. People watch us.
Yeah. Yeah.
They watch
And
us.
I think when it comes to the food, a lot of it have changed. Because
Yes,
when I was growing up, you had pig feast in the house, hog maw,
girl. Yeah.
you know.
I ain't never ate hog mouse, but pig feet, them pickle pig feet, girl,
Oh,
Lord Jesus.
so and it never did nothing to you. You know,
Yeah.
it never did. People
Mhm.
lived for a long time. It was never a health. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was never a health issue. Things are changing.
Nope.
Things are
But
changing.
now they're adding so much other
Exactly.
stuff. They're adding so
Yes.
much other stuff. But can I just do you mail potato salad?
Yeah, I would if I have to.
Because I just want to taste it because
You
it
in
has to
North
be
Carolina,
good.
right?
Uh-huh.
I'll be down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be down
So
there. I'll let you know when I'm coming.
you have to, I'm going to say, you have to make sure when you know the date that you're coming, you need to text me and say, hey, I am coming. Let's get together because I want to meet you. I want to meet you. And we just have to just hang out, get some food,
Yeah.
and just get to know each other. Yeah. So when you come to North Carolina, please, I don't care if I have to take a day off. Well,
I know
I'll
that's
be
right.
off in two. Are you coming?
I know that's right.
Are you coming within the next 2 weeks?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you know ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know ahead.
Okay, because school getting ready to be out. So if it's any time after June, but whenever it is, we ain't gonna put it out there because whenever you get ready to come, just let me know. Because I just want to meet you. I want some
Oh,
potato salad.
look. I'm, I'm gonna when I come, I'm gonna cook. It ain't just gonna be no potato salad. I'm gonna do some rib tips. So you get a
Well, you
chance
can
to
come to
taste
my
some.
house and cook. You can
Oh,
come to my house and cook.
okay. You got a barbecue grill?
Because I'm telling you, I don't cook, girl. I do not. I make sure baby girl have what she want because she's a picky eater. My husband was a cooker. He knew how to cook,
Oh,
make
okay.
biscuits. He made homemade biscuits. He know how to do all that stuff. So
Oh,
no, I don't cook, but yeah, but my home is you welcome in my home. Hey Charlie, you're welcome in my home. So you can come in here and cook and we just gonna eat. And
okay,
hey, and
cool.
then I just
Yeah.
work it out later, but it's just a blessing when I can meet awesome women, especially awesome women of God, women of color, because sometimes, and I'm gonna say the majority of the time, we as women of color,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't speak for nobody else's race, because I ain't saying that it's
Right.
not in theirs, but I
Cause
can only speak
right.
where I'm at. And we're so busy trying to tear each other down, trying to have one up on you. You're in your lane. And I should
Yeah.
be pushing you and say, you know what? I am proud of you. You should be pushing me and say, I'm proud of you, but what do I need? What do you need help with? But we don't want to do
Mhm.
that because we're afraid that we're going to get ahead. But if we all empower each other, we can be some powerful women doing powerful things. But I
I
don't want
think that
to.
and that we was talking about this earlier.
And my girlfriend
When you
said, and do our
understand,
makeup.
huh?
Robin said, come here and cook and do our makeup.
Oh, okay, we can do a little pepper day.
And Robin
Okay.
and I have
I
been
like
friends
look, I'm in the
for,
business of making women look good now. I love to
yeah,
make
yeah.
women look good, baby.
Well, you're gonna make us look good. Just tell us what we need. We need lashes, whatever. Robin and I
Okay.
have been friends for 40 something years.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Amen. Yes,
She
that's a
seen me
beautiful
at
thing.
my worst and she seen me at my best, but through it all, she don't judge. And so that's what I'm saying. Real friendships. We don't have those no more.
Yeah. But you know what though? We still have them. It's just God got to, we just got to get to them now. It's not common as it used to be growing up.
Yeah.
That's all. Because they
Yeah.
still good people. We just met and we good people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it still
Yeah, but
exists.
I'm
We got
looking
to,
to build a relationship and a friendship with
oh
you.
yeah.
Like I said, you just tell me if we need to get eyelashes, what we need, because I'm telling you, we're gonna be on flick up in
Oh
here. These
yeah.
eyebrows
My
gonna be
aunt down there, she have all of that. She used to have a beauty bar until the pandemic
where
hit.
at?
She's in Winston.
Oh, okay. Because Robin used to live in Greensboro, so that wasn't far. So when you can just text me the address and she still have it open?
No, because after the pandemic hit, it made she older. You know how that go. You more
Yeah,
leery.
yeah, yeah.
Cause she been trying to get me down there to do on the makeup side or the hair or whatever. I was like, okay, see, when my time comes for me to come to Carolina, I'll be there. My
You
time
and
has
you just
came.
it has came, and I
My
am
time
thankful
has came.
that I have just walked into the season that you're just getting ready to come.
Oh, thank you. Amen.
Yeah,
God is
yeah.
good. Well,
But yeah,
you
but
doing
no,
your thing now. You doing
I
your
can't
thing.
wait.
You breaking out of the I guess I wouldn't say fear, but you just breaking out of things that you was holding on to. You getting past
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
I guess sometimes we get focused on things always being there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
you know what I mean. So you
Uh-huh.
embracing what God's doing, and
Yeah,
He gonna still
yeah,
bring wonderful people in your life. The good thing about
yeah,
love is that I guess it's an old saying: it's better to love and then not love at all, right?
yeah.
So you know
Mm-hmm.
how it feels to have somebody great in your life.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
people don't. A lot of people don't know how that feel.
yeah, yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
memories you have. You can't nobody take that from you. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm,
You have a lot of
mm-mm.
good
Yeah,
memories. So hold on to that
yeah,
and keep going and keep going.
yeah.
It's
And
just the
and
beginning.
and I told God, if He sends me somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
I hope the person that He sent me, I hope when there are days that I just want to say, oh, I remember when, that He can handle that, because JT was part of my life for 30 years, and those 30 years just don't go away because he's dead.
Right.
You know, and
I I think when as time go on and when you become in a new relationship, they will be understanding to that, but eventually you won't be saying that no more.
yeah, yeah,
You will get to that
yeah,
place where you don't say that no more. You'll be like,
yeah,
you know, because it gets
yeah,
better.
yeah,
It gets
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Amen.
Because God knows what I want. And that's one thing I try to do is tell him what I want, because he said, ask for what you want. I mean, like I said, I might want him 6'2", but God say, no, he might need to be 5'9". But I just want him to, and I don't know, maybe some people be like, oh yeah, I just want a man. But I want somebody that adore me, not worship me,
Well,
but just
and that's
appreciate me when I'm not in his presence. Still appreciate me when I'm not in his
mm.
presence.
See,
You see what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
thing. No, but see, that's the thing about when we pray, you get Pacific.
Yes. And
Because
I
he will
do.
give you
I
if you
will
want a
live.
man that's 6'2", he'll give you a man that's 6'2", but you got to get more a little bit more Pacific than just 6'2", because he can
Yes.
bring you a
Girl, I
6'2".
wrote a whole list. Boom, boom, boom. I wrote God, and I was. And but my
Okay.
first thing, he has to be sold out to Christ. Sold out.
Amen. Amen.
Not trying to pretend because I want to be, sold out to Christ. No, because God's gonna get, if he ain't sold out, God ain't gonna let him touch me anyway.
And that's
But
see.
he got to be sold out, because I
Mm-hmm.
say if a man is sold out to Christ, he would know exactly how to love me.
Amen. Amen.
Unapologetic. He would know how to love me.
Yeah.
So I'm in a new season, and I'm just, I'm like, it's been a year, but you know what? When God say, I have him for you, I'll know. I'll
That's
know.
true.
I'll
Amen.
know. I'll
Amen.
know.
We gonna cheer to
But
that. No
we're gonna
beginnings.
cheer to that.
No beginnings.
And look, I got orange Fanta.
Okay. I got some sunny delight.
Hey, look, we on the same page though.
Amen. Amen.
Like it was just, oh God, I can't wait to meet you. And like I said, I have your number, so we're gonna keep in
Oh
contact
yeah.
with each other.
Oh
And
yeah.
just thank you for just coming on here
Well,
and
thank
just
you for
blessing us,
having.
because people need to know that even in death, because death is death. It may be death like of your children, death of my husband, or death of somebody else's loved ones. Everybody handle it differently. But
Mm-hmm.
what I will say is that when you trust God with everything that you are, doesn't mean the pain doesn't go away, but it
No.
means that you don't lose
Right.
focus, you don't lose sight of what's still to come. Because, like I said, I miss him every day, but I still have my joy. I still have my peace. And like you said, there are some days when I'm at work and the tears are just falling, and I just let them fall because I know every day it gets better and better and better. And
Yeah.
so, but
I mean, time will heal. Time
yeah,
will heal.
and I'm just
Time will
embracing
heal.
it. I'm just embracing it. I'm
Yeah. And
not trying to be like tough and be like, nah, if I want to cry, I want to cry. If I don't want to be bothered right now, and if my girlfriends text me and say, you okay? And I say I'm good, even if they know that I'm not good, they still just like, if you need to talk, I'm here, and they allow me to process it by myself.
oh, that's. I mean, that's a
You know,
beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing when
yeah.
you get people around you that's mindful, considerate,
Hmm.
and caring. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It helps the process.
it does. And and I was telling Robin, she's on here now. Me and her was talking about my husband today, and we were saying it's hard to believe that it's already a year. And I was just like, he knew that he could go on and transition because he knew I was going to be okay, because I had my support system, and he knew they were my support system.
I want to say this. One thing that helped me and still help me right now today is that God will never give me more than I can handle.
Right.
Just knowing that, just knowing that God will never give you more that you can't handle. He
Yeah.
won't put you in nothing that you can't bear.
Yeah.
He'll never do that. And you have to
Yeah.
believe that though and walk by that.
Yeah.
Walk by faith, not by sight, right?
Right. Right. Right.
And he gonna keep on bringing great people in your life. Great people. You gonna be like, oh Lord, yes, because he know our heart
Yeah.
desires. He know what the heart
Yeah.
wants,
Yeah.
and he know
Yeah.
what's good for you and what's not, whether you
Yeah.
get it or not. So I have always had that, like, God will never give me more than I can't handle, and
Right.
I'm right now today at 37 talking about my daughters, something that I don't never talk about.
And
Because I
that's
feel like,
amazing. I appreciate you being honest, open, and transparent because, like I said, I have a friend that she was on here. She lost her daughter. And so, that's what Hot Topics is about, empowering with people that may be going through the same thing or have been like you lost children, she lost a child,
mm-hmm,
because I can feel for her because I'm a mother,
right,
but I don't know that type of pain.
mm-hmm, right,
It's like people can feel if they've never been married, they don't know that type of pain when you've been with somebody for 30 years or even 2 years, 3 years. They don't know that type of pain that losing a spouse.
mm-hmm.
So but pain is pain, but the pain may be different.
Yo, you're right about that. No, it is. I mean,
It's different because I
yeah,
have my children, so I don't know how that pain of a mother, because I don't know. So
and
I can't say, oh, I know how you feel. No, I don't know how you feel because I know this pain losing my husband. I know how that feels.
right, and
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 that's the only thing I can speak to.
I think for the most part, I I never I never met a parent that lost two. I only met parents that lost one. And a lot
Yes,
of
yeah.
times I don't even speak on it because I just feel like I was never in a dark place. Even when I lost, I was hurt. I'm not saying that was I hurt. Of course, I
No,
lost
yeah.
two daughters. I had to bury, but I just still trust in the Lord.
But
you know,
that's
sometimes we
powerful
go through
in
things and we can
itself.
be,
That's
yeah,
powerful.
I
That's
think,
powerful in itself because two, you lost two.
hmm yeah.
And some
And
people lose it when they just lose one. They don't know how to survive.
yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. That we have to really just know that God will never give us more that we can't handle, and it's some weight there. You know, you be like, wow, like man, like you
Yeah,
know, it
yeah,
can put you in a place. But then I had to be mindful because I had a child already that's deaf, so
right.
I can't take. I mean, I lost two daughters, but I have to still be here for him. On top of that,
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so I met people like, girl, I wouldn't know what to do. I said, that's why he didn't give it to you.
That's that. Yes, yes,
That's why he didn't give it to you. And sometimes we don't even know what to do when he give it to us. But in every lesson there's a blessing.
yes. It is. Yes, it is.
It's only to
You're
make you
so right
stronger.
about that.
You know, it's only
Yeah,
to make you
and that's why I
stronger.
said he prepared me for my husband death for sure because, like I
Okay.
said, this was his third time, and the first time, no, second time, I was kind of still trying to do this, still trying to do that, but the third time I was ready, and he
Okay.
prepared me mentally and physically because, like I said, when you lose someone, especially to a sickness, and you watching it, you have to have Christ because you
And
can't
I
do it in
think,
your own strength.
and I know that losing people is a difference when you're prepared and versus it's just happening.
Hmm. Yes,
I
yes,
knew with my daughters at birth. So I had
mm,
time to prepare. I kept faith, but I was able to prepare myself
exactly,
for
exactly.
whatever God decides to do.
Yeah.
Cause he the only
And
one.
who
I
are
wasn't
we?
thinking about them doctors. Y'all ain't got no power. Y'all don't hold it.
Exactly.
You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
And
But yeah,
that's why
we
you're
definitely
still
gonna keep
here.
in touch. Yeah,
You're
we gonna
still
keep in touch.
amazing, still beautiful, and you're gonna make sure we get on flick because I am ready. But please, I know we will keep in touch. I know we will. And I just thank you. I just thank God for you just building new friendships because that's what I'm all about. It doesn't matter if you wherever, but and Isabella spoke so highly of you, and
Oh, she's so
and
sweet.
I'm gonna let her know that everything she wrote on this paper, it sees what it is. And
Oh,
I'm
but
just so
thank you.
thankful. And just continue to allow God to use you however He wants to. We're in a season of birthing new things. We're walking into our purpose. We're walking with authority. We're going to be confident, like I said, not cocky. We're going to be
Man.
assured, but not arrogant. But we cannot shrink back any longer. We cannot because now is the time.
Yep.
Because you're like me. When you're in the background, you're like, oh yeah, what can I help you do? Like, all right, yes, just do it. And when he put you out there, he just put you out on blast.
Ooh, he put me out there. I'm
He just
still.
put you on blast, and you be like, Lord, why didn't you just let me take little bitty steps? And he's like, you've been taking a lot of little bitty steps because you've been back there so far that you just
Ooh,
got comfortable.
exactly. Like I just knew I was gonna stay in the background. Cause you know what's so funny? When I did my potato salad, I made my labels, but it was one of my pictures on as my
Right.
label, and I was like, no, it looked good, but no, I don't want people to know who I. God said, okay, I got something for you, and here we are. I'm doing live and everything now. I'm like, ooh Lord, you using me, use me,
Yep.
Father.
You is
Ooh,
out there.
use me.
Hey, like they say, use out there now. Because and this is no lie, I had a gentleman reach out to me, and it was so scary because the things he told me, only God knew.
Okay.
Only God knew. And he came and told me. He said, you want to do your Facebook Live, but then again, you don't want everybody to really know who you are. And I was like, no, I'm good. And then I was like, he's right. And I was telling my friend today, I was like, I like doing what I'm doing, but I like my space. I don't want people to really be in my space, because if you're in my space, that means you're up close and personal.
Right. No, that's true.
And sometimes I don't want people to be that close to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so, but when God puts you out there, you don't have a choice.
I think
So
I think it's
we
all
out.
about you let people know what you want them to know.
Yeah, yeah,
We all left with a choice how we do things,
yep,
right?
yep. But
It
we
ain't what you
out.
do, it's how you do it.
We're out, girl. We can't go
I,
back. Hey,
you gonna say it like that though.
we're
Look, you
no
gonna say it
background
like that though.
singers. We're no background singers anymore. We lead singers now.
I look, I'm like, oh Lord, you got me, because I was just telling my girlfriend, like, oh, I gotta do an interview. Let me get myself together a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. But I'm glad,
But hey,
I'm glad we worked it out
we
though.
lead singers now. We lead
I know,
singers. You
I know,
sing
right?
you sing
I know.
alto and soprano.
Look, we gonna start from up top. You hear me?
Yes,
We gonna start
yes.
from up top. That's what we gonna do. But yeah, I'm glad that we worked it out. Look at you, was determined,
We
baby. I
did.
like that though. You like, we having a little difficulties. We'll be right back after these moments.
Because
Run
but
the
this is,
tape back.
this is real talk, and I know you get it. When Satan knows that there is something in your message that needs to reach somebody, he always trying to just play tricks. And I was like, not today, Satan. We're gonna do this interview. And that's why when I was on Thursday, I was like, we're gonna do this interview, because somebody needs to hear what she has to say. And even if it's just one person, people sometimes think, oh, it's got to be a whole bunch. Just like you can be in a church with 500 people, and that message may just be for you.
Yeah, that's so true.
And so I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it till we finish.
Amen.
And I believe God, because I was like, no, not today, devil. No, you're not.
I
No,
know
you're
that's
not.
right.
And like I said, and we had to do it next week. We was going to do it next week, but it was going to be done.
Okay, I like that. That's what's up.
Because I said, I'm not a quitter, and I said, and I'm pretty sure she's not a quitter. No.
Nope. And we got it done. And it's been working good.
And that's why Thursday, I was frustrated, because I'm a planner, because I like planning my stuff out, because I like doing stuff decent and in order. Because when I go somewhere, I want people to be prepared for me to come. Don't be having me all over the place and you don't know where I'm supposed to be.
Right. Right.
And so that's why I be prepared. I do my stuff. I write my questions, because when you do that, it makes everything flow. Just like being a teacher. If the teacher going not prepared, how you gonna teach these kids? Because they gonna be like, she ain't got it together today.
Right. That's true. That is so true.
And so, but I just want to say to you, keep moving, keep shaking up stuff.
Oh, thank
Keep
you.
shaking
You
up
too.
stuff.
You
And
do
like
the
I said,
same.
when you come to North Carolina, me and Robin gonna be ready for you. We gonna have this face looking straight.
I know, right? Hello, Robin. How you doing?
Yeah, but like I said, that's my girl. And like today, I've been up since like 6:30, because I had a vending event, because I do paparazzi jewelry. But I hung out with her for a little bit, and I was like, I got to get home. And I said, because I got to get ready. I got to get ready. So I was able to come home, take my shower, refresh. I'm tired, but I'm not tired. But it is all good. It is all good.
That same thing I
But
said.
it's like I said, let us know what we need to get these eyebrows and everything, because we ready. And just let me know when you coming, and we're gonna be ready.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you know like a 2 weeks or more in advance when I get ready to come. It'll probably be next month or July.
Okay.
It will be this summer though. God doing some great things for me down there.
That is awesome. So amazing. And like I said, whatever you need me to help you do, whether it's to pick you up or whatever, just let me know. If you need me to go with you or whatever, just let me know, because I know you don't probably really know people around here.
No.
So if you need me to say, hey, I need you to roll out with me because I got to go here, I will do that. I would do that. Because if Robin doesn't go, I have somebody go. Huh?
Look,
what you say?
I'm hearing the accent now. I'm hearing your accent now.
Yes, but no, I will roll out with you, girl. I will roll out
Okay,
with you.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Cause you don't, because I mean, I would hope if I came to your city and I don't know nobody and just know you, I gotta trust that you're gonna have my back.
Yep, that's true. That's how it's
So if you
supposed to be,
come and
right?
you say I got this event going on, hey, I'll be like, okay, I got you. I'm gonna meet you there.
How you ever
Because
been to
when
Chicago?
you know, I used to live in Chicago,
What?
girl. I
What
got
side
my
of town?
ex-sister-in-law. It must be in the South Side.
Oh,
I
sorry
was
to hear
scared.
that.
I was scared
Sorry to hear that. But
because here's the thing. I am a country girl by heart. I lived in California, whatever, but Chicago was just too cold. And then I was scared because I've never lived in like a brownstone. You know, that's what we lived in, like a brownstone. And so I
okay.
remember one time my oldest son was like 3 years old, and they had a little corner store, and I just really wanted something that's sweet. And so I was like, okay, I can do this. I was like, I can do this. So I had already prepared him like all day. I said, we're going to this store. I said, do not talk to anybody. He
I
was like,
mean,
okay,
anybody.
mama. I said, I'm not playing. I said, do not talk to anybody. I had him so doggone tight under me like this. And I went in. I had one hand grabbing what I needed, paid for it, and me and him, I was like dragging him. And so my husband at the time, which was their father, he was like, you went to the store? I said, do you know how long I had to work up the nerve to go to the store all day? Because
Right.
it was just different. But I
Right.
enjoyed the food. I really enjoyed the food there. But
Okay.
it just wasn't for me. And like I said, my kids' family still, my in-laws, ex-in-laws, they still stay there. And like
Oh,
my
okay.
ex-sister-in-law, she came here in August because my youngest to come here to his 30th birthday party. But yeah, but no, I've been to
Oh,
Chicago.
okay.
I would come again out. I mean, you invite me, I would definitely come hang out with
Oh,
you.
okay. Cool. Well, you will see
Yeah,
something different then. You will see something different.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, you
yeah.
won't see no
But I
brownstones.
just no. I was scared. I mean, I just because it was different. I was young, didn't really know because my stepfather was military, but just
Oh.
that type of living was like, whoa.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I lived in the projects, but my projects didn't look like that. It was one story.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
Okay.
we had only when I was growing up in the project, some families had like upstairs and downstairs. But like when we lived in the projects, it was like one level.
Oh, okay. So,
Two apartments side by side, but one level.
right.
So yeah, but yeah, but no, but when you come, me and Robin got you, and we just let me know, my friend.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful week. And like I said, I know you and I be texting and checking on you and stuff.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'm glad we have a new friendship.
I'm me too. Me too. It's always
Yeah.
good meeting new people, good people at that, right?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
never have enough of
Yes.
that. So yeah, I'm
Nope.
looking forward to
Nope.
coming down there, cooking and giving y'all some makeovers, some pampering,
Yes, Lord.
you know.
Yes. And we're gonna be
So yeah,
ready.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna be ready. Yeah, we're gonna have a good
have to go
time. We're gonna show
live.
you how we do it down here in the Carolinas.
Okay. So,
Embrace you with love and open arms.
okay, love. So it
So,
was
well,
very
you have
nice
a
talking to
wonderful
you.
night. Have a wonderful week coming up, and we will, touch bases this week.
Okay. Now be
All right.
blessed.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
All right.
Bye bye.
Later.
Well, guys, thank you for joining Hot Topics. I don't know why I can't do my screen. Um, I don't know what's going on, but nevertheless, I can make it down. Thank you for joining Hot Topics with Donna, with our amazing guest today. Just thank you for joining. Like I said, you never know how you can start building new friendships. just loving people where they're at, meeting people where they're at, and having people just stay true to who they are. Like I always tell you, just be you, unapologetic. You know, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but you know what? You will be someone's cup of tea. And when God placed those people in your life, just embrace them. So next week, like I said, I will not be on Monday night. I will be back Tuesday and Wednesday with two amazing guests. So please tune in to Hot Topics with Donna on Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday night there will be no Hot Topics with Donna. As always, I am your host. Thank you for joining Hot Topics with Donna, and I love you, and I hope you guys have an amazing week and just love people, treat people well, and God will do the rest. Good night.